everybody, hanging out here at DTHQ. I'm hanging out with GeoShred, which is one of the instruments that I use on this new album. But I want to take you on a little tour of all the different elements, all the keyboards, all the stuff we're using. I'm very excited about it. Why don't we start with one of the most important pieces. I'll let you follow me around and I'll show you what is going on. This is a mega controller that actually Maddie, our head tech, just put together. Very excited about it. I use it to control the Kronos, which I turn up in volume, and you can see as I play the keys. So I find it's a very effective controller, and I keep it right here on the Kronos. All kidding aside, Maddie did put this together this morning, and it's pretty cool. It's a synthesizer, arpeggiator, and it has built-in effects, and pretty rocking. Of course, the centerpiece of my system is the Korg Kronos. So we can look at that. And, you know, there's a million sounds. I have one called up right this moment. Is especially cool because even though I'm using a lot of other stuff in the studio, it lets us flesh out ideas because it has, of course, everything from, you know, really nice pianos to really progressive sounds to some really great orchestral sounds. And so, you know, invaluable piece of gear, the Korg Kronos. And this one is the custom Korg Kronos that we had made. If you take a quick peek over here, you can see it comes with my name attached to it, which is very, very flattering. So also right near the Kronos is the computer, and the computer, you know, is extremely important. One of the things that we use a lot is Ivory by Synthogy. It's become kind of a staple of Dream Theater's piano you know, sound, and it sounds so beautiful. So whether it's a bright piano or like a Steinway kind of piano, you know, it totally fits the bill and just sounds really beautiful. Another, you know, there's tons of software, but another piece of software I've been absolutely loving is Unify, because it lets me put together layers and splits of all the libraries I have. My buddy Skippy, whose real name is John Lemkel, we call him Skippy, puts out this program. It's awesome, and right away, just putting my hands on it, it was so great. He put together some wonderful sounds. Sounds like this. Incredible choirs, and sounds like this, which are also coming in handy. You can't beat those strings, they're amazing, and of course there's a whole world inside with software that is really phenomenal. If I turn around, no shortage of things to put my hands on. Just received the Moog 1 recently, and it's very inspiring. It's like, you know, this mega piece of gear, and we're still kind of figuring it out. But when you put your hand down on it, you know, what can you say? It's massive, you know. Very cool piece of gear. The Hammond X5 is sitting on top of that too. This is not so new to my system. I used it on the last album. I used it on the last tour. But it is a great piece. We're getting some cool sounds. It's actually running through a real Leslie, which I'll let you see in just a little bit. This piece of cardboard is really crucial to my operation because as somebody who grew up playing you know, piano and then synthesizer. These black keys that are on the other side are a little bit annoying because I always want to do the. Yeah, the cardboard enables me to do all my, to make it growl and grumble and do all that kind of stuff without running into the keys that actually change the whole configuration of the drawbars. I guess if you're an organ player, you're used to not going beyond that, but I don't like doing my takes over and over again because I say, damn it, I keep hitting this black key. So we have this wonderful piece of technology right here, and the organ is awesome. And since we're using the Leslie in the other room, I keep the Leslie that's part of the organ turned off. And I do a lot of things with the drive actually here on this instrument. It sounds really good. So like no drive. And then, of course, if it's too crunchy, you want to play more fifths and fourths. If I turn this down a bit, I can play, you know, fuller chords. So that's the XK5. Another new piece in my studio, or in the DTHQ, I should say, which was just delivered, is the pretty amazing Waldorf Iridium. And we'll take a look at it. It's really, really beautiful. And we'll take a listen. Look at this thing. It's so awesome with all the pads, and the display is really, really cool as well. You can get into all different kinds of modes and see all kinds of pretty pictures, and it's very very helpful, very useful, and sounds really amazing. Very sparkly. With it is when it arrived here, we ran out of space here, so we put it on Jimmy T's desk, and now I don't think he's going to give it back to me because he really loves it, and it is coming in really handy on this recording because it seems to not only do the digital, you know, sounds that are amazing, but it also has some incredible analog sounds and just an incredible piece of gear. Really, really love it. Let's go into the other room and take a look at this Leslie cabinet. Hey everybody, so here we are in the live room. This is where a lot of magic has happened. This is where Dream Theater has basically been writing the new album. This is where Liquid Tension wrote the album. So in this space, everybody sets up, we do our things. But now all that stuff is gone, and really the only thing in the room is this vintage Leslie cabinet, which makes the organ sound especially amazing. This is a 147 Leslie cabinet. Jimmy T has it all rigged up. We've got Audio-Technica mics at the top that are capturing the horn. For the low end, the rotor, we've got Mojave mic. And then to capture the room sound, we've got this SE microphone set up there. So we really have all the colors that we need ready to go. And I can't tell you, the X5 going through this Leslie, we all smile at the sound because it really, really rocks. Let's take a look at one more very exciting vintage gear that's a real highlight of these sessions. Follow me. Okay, the pièce de résistance, as they say. This is my brand new, but very vintage Mini Moog that was actually given to me by Eric Norlander and restored by Rob Rosen. And it really sounds amazing. We're using it all over the record. I decided to take it out of my house, which is a big move in itself, because I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to move it. But anyway, sounds really cool. This thing is awesome. Anyway, that is our setup, and it's time to continue making this record. So I'll see all of you on the road.